Welcome back to the Sanctuary, a realm reborn, and our trip down memory lane. Once again, to recap, we're in the throes of patch 2.3. Just to recap the rules, I'm doing this as Chris Valentine, my main character, under New Game Plus. I am doing this as Meteor's job in the promotional trailer, aka Warrior. I am doing all duties as solo through duty support, with the exception of normal raids, alliance raids, and duties that are not supported. And finally, I'm doing it with quest or patch appropriate gear. So we left off with trying to prevent prevent riots from the refugees. Let's just get right to it with the next quest, which is Shock and Awe. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords! They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous. The gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though, if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat, and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Yeah, these are, yep, there's the caves. Seven hells! They found us! Everyone, grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point! So that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lad. We're more than willing to kill you ourselves. Want to try that again? You beat them like it was nothing. Oh, almighty, what are we going to do now? Well, we can ride now. You've returned! Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh? But where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. Oh, we had to go to Stone's Throw in order to do more. This was another thing that went the way of the dodo. And we had to talk to Commander Swift. Oh, they separated it, I think. Nope, they separated it, I think. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him. Convince him to cease this mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. Alright, I'm gonna fly for this, cause... it'll be a lot quicker than what I did back in... or maybe not. Oh yeah, I'm at the highest point.
Have you seen my parents? They told me... they told me to stay with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Uldar. The man said they were going to change everything. Make it so he could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Saying, Mr. Are you looking for someone?
I'm looking for a merchant.
You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he...
Huh? Okay, we got something new.
Wait! Look! Over there! I think that's him!
Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? You...
He's getting away! Go get him, mister!
Okay, we had a fair bit of changes in this one. And I'm... yeah, there's... It's a good thing that you can fly in a Realm Reborn areas now. You again? Why are you pursuing me? Sedition? Treason? Revolution? That's preposterous! Who's filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorize the streets of Uldar? Ha! You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None! No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. Wild bet? For the sake of argument, let us say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I give a Kikun's ass about politics? It was business. Only business. We both know I am not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. Nope. What's all this commotion? 7 hells! Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Well, that was a fine puddle we've gotten ourselves into. Hold, adventurer. I would know more about the relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. This man was responsible for the recent riots? Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Well, we didn't have to speak with Commander Swift, at least. What news, Bion? What news, Chris? Where's the merchant? Murdered? Damn it all to the 7th hell! He was not simply murdered, Chris. He was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. I sure should hope so. What's next? The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries, as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alphino has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray, proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Nope, this is not where I wanted to go. We've been inspecting you, sir. Please proceed inside.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji? But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield. The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill, a shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Pardon?
An Oligon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Oligon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cotonou Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
No? I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intend to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. Fortunately, you are already well positioned to do so. Captain Valentine, pray, keep us informed of any developments in Cotonou. Begone, whelp! There's no place for children!
I'm sorry. I was looking for you, mister. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents.
You know this girl? So he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see.
Did you find the man? Were my parents with him?
They were not, I am afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together.
Really? You'll help me look mister?
Of course. But first, I must needs finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by that pillar over there. We require but a moment.
Okay, mister. I'll be waiting.
I'll take it to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an ether-starved primal. Even dealing with an Ascian would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the stain it places on our limited resources, and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change.
Chris, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the Twelveswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive.
The Twelveswood? Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed? I have received no reports of Ixali activity, which leaves the Sylphs? Go, Chris. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself.
It is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Chris. The latest news from Uldar was most disturbing. Clearly, the only injury Alphino suffered was his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. The other scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you are ready to begin, I will summon them now.
Well, we are not ready, so we will continue this next time because it's getting late and I want to do a couple more things before I go to bed. So with that being said, that's going to be it for tonight. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned for final announcements. If you're watching on YouTube, here are the links provided. We'll see you next time.